And we are back in the Helsingborg Arena for the IPF Classic World Championships. We have the 105 kilo open class today, and we are running across 2 platforms. We have 9 lifters on this platform too, and I'm here with Joe Whiteley.
Thank you, Joe Whiteley. The first lifter out is, this is brave stuff. He's going to be coming out for 20 kilos over his PB. This is a lifter from Tajikistan, Afzaljo Kolov.
Wow, that's brave stuff.
Yeah.
You have to hope the training has been going very well for him.
Well, he's only 24 years old, so there's probably going to have been increases in strength and increases in technique made here. Certainly hope so anyway. The game here is to get your opener.
Yeah, you want to put a really easy opener on the board. You want to gain confidence. It's nerve-wracking walking out onto this platform with the lights and the cameras, and of course IPF referees, led by our very own Red Light Riley today.
Yeah, and newly qualified Category 2 referee and 7-time world champion Kimberly Walford. And I tell you what, his training must have been going really well, because that looked very, very easy.
Certainly didn't look like a 20 kilo PB, did it?
Red light from the centre referee.
Red Light Riley living up to his name there.
Yeah, didn't like the depth by the look of things, but the side referee said it was okay, so that is good enough.
You often find this, it looks very different from the front than it does from the sides.
Yeah, so 240 kilos now on the bar for Julian Kohler of Switzerland. Showing national pride there. He's got the White Crosses of Switzerland on his SBD singlet, his team-provided T-shirt and a bandana as well, just in case anybody wasn't sure exactly where he's from. And he's being coached by a lifter who himself lifted just this afternoon. So it's a real team sport, is powerlifting. Everybody wades in.
It is. We found that the South African coaches had found a chap from Estonia who didn't have anyone to help him, so they pitched in to help him this morning. That's depth for sure, and that's a lovely squat.
Yeah, very nice for Julian Kohler there. And 3 white lights to start his game off. We now go to 260, so we're seeing some quite wide variation in openers here. This is for Jan Jindřich of Czechia. And
he's been competing for 9 years, so this shouldn't faze him at all.
And this always worries me, but hopefully he knows what he's doing. He's matching his own PB on his opener, so I'm sure he's nothing to worry about. Again, he's only 26 years old. He's been competing for 9 years. His strength and his technique should be improving year on year. Hopefully he's got nothing to worry about. Yeah, no problem with depth. What goodness me, that just stopped.
I think that was nerves. I think he just got that wrong. He bounced out of the hole and was coming up in the wrong direction. I think if he just settles himself, focuses, keeps tight, I think he's got every chance of hitting that on his next attempt.
Well, I sure hope you're right. Same weight remains. This is for Domen Cecil of Slovenia, 260 kilos.
Only 24 years old, so he's only just out of the junior category. Our juniors run up to age 23.
Yeah, although you don't have to compete with the juniors if you are a junior.
Yeah, we saw 2 juniors competing for the World Championship title in the 84 ladies today.
Yeah, in fact the podium was 2 juniors and 1 master.
That's a very assured squat there for the Slovenian lifter.
Yeah, very nice. 3 white lights for him. Samar Hussein now of Egypt. Same weight, 260 kilos. I see the Czech lifter has put in the same weight, 260 kilos for his second attempt.
I think that's a good plan.
Yeah, makes sense.
He really needs to settle himself and get one on the board. Samar Hussein from Egypt. We haven't seen too many Egyptian lifters at this championships.
No, the ones we tend to see are pretty strong though.
Oh dear, I think he made just a little bit of an error there. I hope that wasn't a double bounce at the bottom.
Yeah, seemed to settle down and then do it again, but
He's
no.
got 3 white lights, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, that might just be how he squats, but
I'd be surprised if that was the case.
yeah.
He almost paused it. He seemed to almost come up and go down and come up again.
Yeah, almost like, is this depth? Well, I think I'd better just give it a little bit more.
Maybe that was it. Maybe he just wasn't sure.
Possibly. Vinzenz Helmreich of Austria now with 265 kilos for his opener, 584 pounds. Vinzenz has been here for a few days. I've seen him go past quite a few times.
Hasn't had to travel too far though.
No.
Good depth, strong squat, brought it really well.
Very nice that for Vinzenz, I think. Yeah, I'm rewarded with 3 white lights at his 265 opener. Same weight for Artem Gonchar of Ukraine.
This matches his PB.
Yeah. So we're not expecting any crazy attempts, or we certainly hope not to have any crazy attempts in these opening lifts. You just want to get this one in, and then you can start building that total, moving towards maybe moving up the rankings. Don't forget we have another platform running here. These guys are the ones who are nominated in the lower kind of ranks. So,
but don't forget that even though they're nominated, their nominated totals might be on the lower end. We might have a big bencher or a big deadlifter. In fact, we saw someone on the B platform only this morning take a bronze medal in deadlift.
2-1 for Gonchar, and 267.5 now for Tim Daniel Konnertz of Germany. He was sitting right behind us while we were watching the epic battle of the ladies this afternoon, wasn't he?
Yeah, he looked very calm.
Just, makes sense to familiarise yourself with the venue, know what you're up against, especially keep an eye on the standard of the referee. And you're expecting it to be high, but you just want to make sure, if you see a lot of people fail in squats, then maybe it's time to just knock 5 kilos off your opener.
That didn't give him too much trouble. He had to put a bit of work in.
Yeah, that looked good for Tim.
But the depth wasn't quite there. I did wonder.
Oh, shame. Yeah, 2-1 from the centre and side referees. Now 280. This is for a lifter from Nauru, Roy Detabene.
Now this lifter's definitely come a long way.
Yeah, this is our last lift in round 1, so we're flying through this. I think for most of the last 2 weeks we've had members of the Czech spotting team. I think they've been joined by some guys from Sweden for the last couple of days.
I think we have some locals helping out today.
Yeah. And if you've never helped out on a platform and you do lift it, we urge you to do so. You're really going to get a good idea of exactly what's required of you as a lifter.
We all stand on the shoulders of our volunteers every time we step on the platform. That's a strong squat.
Yeah. And he's rewarded with 3 white lights. That is our opening round concluded. We go back to 230 kilos for Afzal Shokolov of Tajikistan. This is 10 kilos above his opener and 30 kilos above his nominated PB. So he's having a good day already, this lad. Just setting it up. You want these to look the same as the last ones, really. It should be a third one where you start to be pushing the envelope, seeing what's possible.
Just dips into the hole. Did he dip in far enough?
Well, he did not, I'm afraid. Red lights from Adam Riley and Kimberly Walford for depth, so...
And we do tease Adam and call him Red Light Riley, but he's a very fair referee.
Yeah.
I never have any qualms if I walk out to see that I've got Adam.
No.
There's an issue.
Not sure. Well, this is 252.5 for Julian Kohler. He has gone over the quarter of a ton mark. What's going on here?
We have jury members.
Yeah, I think maybe the jury are possibly overturning a lift. Important for Julian to completely ignore that, not worry about it, get his squat done.
That looked nice and deep.
Yeah, I think he's done a very fine job of that.
Yeah, it took a bit of effort to bring it up, but nothing to worry about. It was never really in any doubt.
Votes are in and 3 white lights for Julian. So 260 kilos on the bar now for Jan Jindřich of Czechia.
He didn't get this the first time around.
No, this is his PB.
I really feel though he just made a little error. He was just a little bit nervous. Maybe.
Yeah, didn't look like it was it flew and then it stopped. So we'll see what's going to go on.
Not a team.
Okay, he just needs to focus now. It's always difficult when you miss a first lift. It really throws you. Your game plan is in the bin.
Well,
you have to wonder what happened the first time.
I know,
that's
definitely not thrown him. Yeah, he's back in the game with 3 white lights and he's equalled his PB on the international stage. He's got to be happy with that. Although he probably won't be because, as we've said with powerlifters, they are never happy.
Well, if you're totally satisfied, you wouldn't be hungry for more weight, would you? You'd give up.
Absolutely correct. 270 on the bar now for Artem Gonchar of Ukraine.
Looking very calm as he approaches the bar.
Yeah, so he is exceeding his previously equalled PB with this one at 270 kilos, is Artem.
Those knee sleeves look tight.
Yeah, I mean, lifters sometimes go for a size down because they reckon it gives them something extra.
There at the top.
Yeah.
He got the rack command before he did so.
No, he's got yellows for that from the side referees.
Yeah, I think his feet had come up.
Oh, that's a real shame. It's touch and go whether you're going to get that. If you start going forward, you're going to go, give me the rack command, please.
Yeah, he's going backwards, unfortunately.
Yeah, so 270 for Tim Daniel Konnertz now of Germany.
No, he didn't sink this last time, and he's gone up 2.5 kilos.
Yeah, so he clearly is thinking, well, I know the problem was depth. I know I'm strong enough. Let's just see what's possible. So, setting himself up, just got to sink that one a bit deeper. He knows what he needs to do.
Yeah, that looked a lot better.
It did.
A little bit off centre coming up.
Yeah, looked tougher as well, but that is the thing, that extra inch of depth can make all the difference, but it's made all the difference to his result, and he has got 3 white lights, and he's in the game there. 272.5 for Domen Sesel of Slovenia, 600.8 pounds. So we talk about landmarks in powerlifting, and 272.5 is definitely one of them. 600 pounds, nice to hit. He's done more than this in competition before by the look of things, but
he's done a smart thing. He's put an easy opener in. He's taken a decent jump, 12.5 kilos, like you say.
Yep, so everything to play for. This will move him to 7th place overall for the moment.
I wonder if that was just a little bit conservative on depth.
Well,
I have the same view or a similar view to the centre referee, and the centre referee didn't think it looked too deep, but the side referees were happy with it.
Yeah, and they're sitting, I don't know if you can see them when the next lifter comes out, but they are almost at the side of the racks, so they're in the absolute best position to judge depth.
Okay, we have the Egyptian lifter out next for 275.
Sama Hussein, 275, 606 pounds.
So some of the landmarks we talk about are like 300 kilos or 200 kilos. But also, when the next red plate goes on, that's always a nice one.
Yeah, that's right. And this man has got 5 red plates
5 red
either
plates.
side. Gone up 15 kilos. He's still 25 kilos below his posted PB. And we're just...
Now, we have the jury going backwards and forwards. I'm not entirely sure what the issue is, but it's just holding up the lifting for a moment.
So, yeah, not sure. Sure, we'll find out what's going on in a second, but just for the moment, this is... oh no, there's the clock counting down. Yep. So the bar has been called loaded for Sama Hussein of Egypt. We're down to 35 seconds. You can probably just see that. Oh, you can definitely see that in the shot we've just cut to.
Yeah, but I thought they sent him back. He was waiting to come out.
Yeah, some confusion here.
Really not sure what's happening.
If he's going to run that clock down, he's not going to get this attempt at 275.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, that's way too short a time now. Even if he sprinted to the platform, he's not going to set up and get the squat command. I have seen lifters set up and get the squat command with like 2 seconds to go, but I don't think that is the case today. So
that's timeout.
Yeah, and that is a failure to get to the platform in time. And we're getting yellow cards.
That's just a failure to make the lift.
Yeah, the most basic failure of all. 277.5 kilos. This is for Vinzenz Helmreich of Austria. This is a 12.5 kilo jump and equals his PB. I mean, as a lifter, when you see this kind of thing going on, the real thing to do is not let it bother you. Is
not
this
get
about
involved.
me?
Not what. If it's not about you, then you just stay where you are. Wait for it to be your turn.
Keep your head down. If someone else is having a nightmare, that is not your problem. It's very easy to go, oh, is it the guy I'm up against? Don't worry about it. Play your own game, run your own race, get your own lifts in. And that is exactly what Vinzenz is doing here. That looked a lot tougher than his opener.
It was 12.5 kilos heavier than his opener.
Yeah,
I think he's still got a little bit in him. I wouldn't expect to see much more than 5 kilos go on though.
Yeah. So, Roy Detabene, last man in round 2.
He's taking a 15 kilo jump from his opener. 650 pounds.
Yeah, this will, I mean, there are still 3 attempts to go on the other platform, but this will move Roy up to 2nd place overall in the squat for the moment.
Big squatters from Nehru.
Yeah.
And this isn't even his PB yet.
No. So he's just setting that up. It's nice to see the bar bend when you get to the weights that these big guys are handling. Now, what do you think about depth?
That's a strike. I think it was just in from where I was. Let's see what the referees think. Yep, 2-1.
Yeah. We've heard this before, that there is a considered opinion that if you don't get at least 1 for depth, then maybe you were giving too much away. But
I don't think that's right.
No, that's not a game I would like to play.
I would like, when I come up to platform, I'd like to see 3 white lights.
3 white lights, please. Yeah. 27 white lights overall for a whole competition. Thank you very much. 240 kilos on the bar now for the Tajikistan lifter Afzal Shokolov.
He's gone up another 10.
Yeah. It's just regulation 10 kilo jumps for him so far.
He's walking away with a 40 kilo PB if he gets this.
Yeah, I mean,
that's 40 kilos. That's huge. I wouldn't mind 40 kilos on my squat.
No. I mean, 45 kilos is the maximum most people are supposed to lift when you see it written on a cardboard box. So, and you know, I think he cut that.
I'm not certain. Yeah, 2-1.
That's a shame. Just a little bit too heavy.
That is a shame because I think he had the strength.
Yeah. Maybe he was just scared of it.
You do find that when the weight gets up towards your maximum, you get a little bit nervous of it.
So, Julian Kohler of Switzerland, 257.5 kilos going on the bar now for him. He's only gone up 5 kilos. He's thinking, right, we're getting towards the sharp end now. Let's just get this one in. You know, if you only go up 5 kilos, the guy in front of you aims for 10 and misses it, then you have got a 5 kilo advantage on him.
There we go. Last squat of the day for Julian.
Yep. And then he's going to have to get straight into warming up for bench.
Nice.
Yes.
And
Oh,
he's
look
got
at
a big smile.
Yeah, that smile on his face says, do you know what? I know that was exactly what I needed to do. I don't think another 2.5 would have gone.
No,
Beautifully
that was
judged for the
good.
Swiss lifter. Went like clockwork. 270 now. This is for Artem Gonchar of Ukraine. Didn't get this for his last one, and that was only a 5 kilo jump. So I think most of the failures...
It was depth, wasn't it?
Yeah, most of the failures we've seen have been depth. So his coaches are going to have had a word with him. Like, come on, sink it deep. Don't be scared of it. If all else fails, these guys will pick you up. We're over 200 kilos for every lift, so we've got 5 guys on the platform. And these are some of the best spotters in the world.
No point standing it up if you haven't sat it down.
That's true. He's getting his feet settled. Quite a wide stance.
Looks up for the start command. I think
That's a fight, but...
Yeah, I think it was a tiny bit deeper than the last one. I'm not certain it was deep enough.
Well, it was 2 to 1
is good enough.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's just sunk that, and that's why it was much harder. Also, he's going to be a little more tired, but and of course the problem is you really don't want to tire yourself out. You've got bench press coming up, and then you've got the ultimate nervous system killer, the deadlift. And 3 of those, and every one counts. 275 on the bar for Jan Jindřich of Czechia.
Missed his opener, took it again. Missed his opener, took it again and smoked it, to be fair.
Yeah, that's right. So, oh yes, look at that.
I think he's just a bit rushed in the descent, and I think he's losing a little bit of control right at the bottom of the squat.
Yeah, well, hopefully that's going to give him the confidence. I mean, I wonder whether that was his end game anyway. He was hoping to go 260 and end on 275. That's certainly what he did. 275 now. This is for Samah Hussein of Egypt. Again, he didn't get this one last time, but that was because he didn't come out to the bar. We're not sure why, but
yeah, there seems to be some confusion, but he's out for this now.
Yeah, let's not worry about why. He's here. All he's got to do is squat this weight. 275, a nice, neat 5 red plates either side. And it's there, look at that.
The weight was no problem.
No. Was depth okay?
Very strong.
I think so.
3 white lights.
Yep. So,
you have to wonder where he would have gone if he'd got that in
I
for a second.
I know, but let's not dwell on what might have been. 277.5 now for Tim Daniel Konnertz of Germany.
Missed his first on depth, went up very slightly. He's taken quite a conservative 7.5 kilo jump now.
Yeah, I mean, he only went up 2.5 kilos, so clearly that 270 has given him the confidence back that he lost with the last one.
Depth looks fine.
come on.
It's a struggle.
Yeah.
But he's got it. I don't think he would have had much more. But I think that's a good squat.
Yeah, and he's relieved. Look at that, walking away with a smile on his face. 3 white lights for Tim Daniel Konnertz of Germany. 282.5 kilos now. Only 3 guys left to go in this round on our platform. He's gone up 10 kilos, as Domen Cecil of Slovenia.
He went up 12.5, now he's gone up 10.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not overly ambitious.
No, well, it's only 2.5 kilos over his posted PB, so let's see how this looks for him. I mean, these are big guys, but this is only the 105 kilo class.
Depth looks good, strength looks good.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with
Yeah,
that.
he's going to be happy with that.
And that, did I almost see a powerlifter running off the platform there? He wants to be careful with that. That could be cardio, a cardinal sin. Vincenz Helmreich, 285. Now, I'm not sure about this. He's clearly feeling brave. He's clearly feeling the power, because 277.5, I don't know about you, but I don't think that looked too easy for him. So he's come out
Well,
for
I think
285.
we said I wouldn't put much more than 5 on it. He's put 7.5 on it.
So that counts as not much more than 5. Come on, Vincenz, let's see it. Yes! Oh, it's moving! Come on, what a fight!
Moving.
Yes!
What an absolute grinder.
Vincenz, I am sorry I doubted you, my son. That is fantastic.
That was
3
on
white
the
lights.
ragged edge.
Oh, yes. Look at that. Huge cloud of chalk comes off as he gives his coach a big hug. Well done, that man. All right.
That was absolute grit and determination and heart.
Brilliant, yeah. So 302.5 kilos, 667 pounds.
And this will give him the silver medal so far.
Yeah. I mean, there's a couple more guys to go over there, but even to be shooting for the silver from the second platform at all is an impressive feat. And it's a 2.5 kilo PB, all to play for Roy Detabene of Nauru.
Yeah, he's already in silver medal position. There are a couple of lifters who can take this off him on the other platform, but this is the last lift on platform 2. His PB is 300.
Yeah, so 2.5 kilo PB for him if he gets this.
And he's looked strong.
Yeah.
And that looks good to me.
He's raged that one up. Is it deep enough?
And it's
yes,
a good
it is. Oh, and he's happy with that again.
Fantastic. Well, you have just got time, I think, to switch over to platform 1 to see if he's going to keep that silver medal.
Yep, we're going to have a 20-minute break, and we will be back here for the bench press. So don't go anywhere. See you soon. Way of looking at it. Welcome back to Helsingborg. We are at the 2019 World Classic Powerlifting Championships. This is the 105 kilo class. We're on platform 2 for bench press. We have 30 seconds to go, so just enough time to talk to you about the sponsors of the sport. We're sponsored by Eleiko, Uplift and SBD. Eleiko manufacture the equipment that you see on the platform, the bars, the weights, the combo rack, which is what you're going to see as the bench, and they have launched a brand new piece of kit.
And the bench that you can see right there has the new grippy patch. No more need for chalking your shoulders because there's a grippy patch right on the bench, and that holds you really fast.
Now, the eagle-eyed of you are going to go, what are those things at the foot of the bench? Those are blocks. This is for Samar Hussein of Egypt. He's coming out for 140 kilos, and lifters can, if they prefer, request blocks so that they get their feet in the right place on the floor to give them leg drive. Because the bench press, you think it's just about arms, but the whole body gets involved, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a whole body movement.
And that is what your opener should look like for Samar Hussein of Egypt. That is 10 kilos.
Except he jumped to start command.
Really? So he's just too eager. And he's wondering what went wrong there. I think he needs to get off the platform as he's being told by the TC. But yeah, so nice easy opener. I wouldn't be surprised if that went up actually.
Yeah, it was very easy. It didn't give him any trouble at all in terms of weight, but he just needs to wait to hear the referee's command.
Yeah, so 150 on the bar for Domen Sesel of Slovenia. This is 10 kilos below his PB. It's just worth mentioning, by the way, we were talking just as we went off with the squat. One of our lifters was shooting for bronze. Unfortunately, somebody on the other platform, because we're running 2 groups at once, just pipped him to it. So
yeah,
he's ended
up in 4th place on squat.
Yeah, but if you're on the second platform and you're challenging the guys on the main one, that is worth seeing.
I think the jury has got involved. I'm no longer seeing a failed squat.
Yeah, it looks like he's been given that one. Yeah, so, I'm not seeing anything on our score sheet for
I think
the
he's
moment.
Going to be given that attempt
again.
again.
Yeah, he might be given that again.
Yeah, I wonder if, because we've got 2 platforms running, I wonder if he heard the start command on the other platform.
Yeah, quite possibly. That is a risk.
Okay, so some confusion, but we have a good lift there for Dom and Cecil.
Yeah, Julian Kohler, 162.5 is the next weight on the bar for the Swiss lifter. If a lifter is being given another attempt, you would expect that normally to be given at the end of the round, because he's just pressed it once, so he's going to need a little bit of time to recover.
Yeah, usually you're given the attempt again at the end of the round. The problem there is he was the first lifter out, so he'll take the attempt again at the end of the round, and then he'll be given 3 minutes to take his next attempt.
Okay, so there's going to be plenty of time for us to talk to you about the remaining sponsors and some of the other stuff that's happened here in this action-packed 2 weeks that's nearly over now of the World Championships.
And we've seen some phenomenal lifting in the past couple of days.
World records have fallen like rain.
So he's set up a little bit asymmetrically. People are rarely completely symmetrical, if I'm honest.
Yep. Except through Instagram filters. That is a good lift for him. Yep. I did kind of preempt the jury there, but that looked so simple for him. This is Vinzenz Helmreich of Austria.
Only been competed 2 years, and he's on the world stage.
Yep. He really impressed us with his 3rd squat. So,
he did. It was a grinder, wasn't it?
Yeah. So just letting the spotters know exactly how he'd like his hand out, please. It can be difficult if there's a language barrier sometimes, but I think he's managed to express himself quite clearly there. That's the start command. And
oh, that's nice and strong. No wrist wraps for this young man?
No. I mean, you don't see everyone use them. Sometimes you don't see people use them on the first attempts, and then they'll put them on later on. I wonder whether we'll see that with him. 162.5. Again, this is for Tim Daniel Konnertz, just over the border there in Germany from Austria. he's looking... Big smile there as he was setting himself up. Just, again, making sure that the platform crew know exactly what he's expecting.
That's a strong bench.
It really is. I think we're going to see this one heat up, and as we get into the second and third
I think he's
rounds.
given himself a really easy opener there, and maybe he'll go up 7.5 kilos, something like that.
Yeah, that's a sensible way to do it.
Yeah.
So Jan Jindřich, Czechia, coming out for 167.5. All these guys so far opening at a sensible distance below what their PBs are that we're being told. And the Czech lifter, a little bit of nerves in his squat maybe when he first started off.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he failed his first squat. And I think he was just nervous because he absolutely smoked it on his second attempt.
Yeah, I kind of forgot to stand up with it halfway up.
I think that's what it was. Well, he certainly hasn't forgotten how to bench press.
No, that is nice. And he's rewarded, yep, with 3 white lights there. So, this is Roy Detabenayi now of Nauru. 180 kilos for him.
So he very nearly stole away the bronze medal in the squat, but had it just taken off him with the last squat, so had to settle for 4th. Here he comes.
Yeah, and as we thought, Samar Hussain is going to get another crack at his 140 kilos at the end of the round. So, 3 lifters before Samar. Roy is the first of those.
Lovely.
Yeah, strong bench. Good lift for Roy.
He's been impressive throughout.
He has. Artem Gonchar now. This is the Ukrainian lifter. He's coming out for 185 kilos. This is only 5 below his PB.
Brave stuff.
Yeah. Don't like to see people open on their PBs. Really don't like to see people open on records. It scares me a little. It's all very well going, well, if I get this, then I could go here, there and everywhere. But if's a small word, but a big jump.
You have to think that the coaches know the lifters, know what they're capable of.
Very hard to not let adrenaline take hold and go, yeah, come on, I can do it. But
Okay, just slowed down a little bit as it moved through the midpoint of the bench, but didn't really present any problems there.
yep. So he's on the board with that one.
Now look at this, we have a lifter opening at 205.
Yeah.
His bench press PB is 28.
His bench press
Oh,
PB is 180 kilos. But we
So-
saw that he exceeded his squat PB massively.
Yeah,
So-
I wonder if he hasn't competed for a while, or maybe we haven't got the right PBs for him.
Yeah, that's possible.
Because to open your bench press with a 25 kilo PB is not usual, shall we say.
No. So, anyway, the world record in this class is 230.5 kilos. I'm just wondering, do you think anyone's going to trouble that today?
Oh, well, that was very easy, wasn't it? That was
Yeah.
superb. Well, if anyone is on this platform, it's going to be this chap.
Yeah. Now his job says cook in tea house, but based on what he's told us about his PBs, I don't believe that that's his job at all. He might be a chef at the Grand for all I know. So this is Samar Hussain of Egypt, 140 kilos. He has been given a second attempt at this. He was first man out, so we will have a 3-minute break at the end of the round. Do you think?
Let's see what happens. He's going to take 140 again. But if he is following himself, he needs blocks.
Yeah.
So we've restarted the clock. And here we go.
Yeah, so if you have to follow yourself, you're given 2 minutes and then your 1 minute.
I believe so. Okay, so the centre referee's asked for the blocks to be adjusted so they're under the lifter's feet.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't rattle him too much.
Yeah, and the clock's ticking down all the while.
Yeah, 30 seconds to go. But he's got the start command. Oh,
And that's very easy.
that's absolutely flown.
So,
Yeah, 3 whites and a good lift for him, so he's on the board. So what's going to happen now?
so interested to see what's going to happen.
It's going to depend on his next attempt, isn't it?
It is. There we go, 4 minutes on the clock.
Right.
So hopefully that clock's going to start.
Yeah, we're just having the jury come to the...
But I don't think they've put their next attempt in yet.
Yeah. Interesting stuff technically
Okay,
here.
so here he is. He's put in 150.
Yeah. So we know that's his next attempt. That does mean that he will be the first man out in round 2, which is where we are. Which does mean that he is going to get the time allotted to give him enough of a break when he follows himself. But I'm not seeing that clock starting
No,
yet.
but the bar's not loaded yet.
Yeah. So the clock starts when bar loaded is called.
And the centre referee is calling for the blocks to be in place. And then he will give the signal that the bar is loaded. Okay, so now we have 4 minutes timing down on the clock. So that gives us a moment to talk about our sponsors. We have Eleiko, Uplift and SBD. We had some exciting news yesterday from SBD. They're actually going to put on a big money invitational, £250,000 prize pot in the UK in March. They're going to invite all the IPF world champions and other SBD athletes, and I think there was some wild card lifters there as well.
Yeah, that was mentioned by Ben Banks, CEO of SBD.
So the UK hasn't seen anything like this before. I don't believe any of the world champions have lifted in the UK before, certainly not Kimberly Walford and Ray Williams, so that's really exciting news for the UK.
It is. SBD, of course, are SBD Apparel. They started off making knee sleeves, I believe, and they've moved out into singlets, wrist wraps. They also make elbow sleeves for strongmen.
Yeah, it's
not
all manufactured
IPF legal.
in the UK.
Yeah, that's correct. I believe that they've actually started up a cotton mill in Lancashire, which hasn't been... No?
No.
Is that not the case?
No, I don't think so.
No, okay.
But, so, we also have Eleiko, who have kitted out this competition with 2 full competition platforms and also 8 warm-up platforms in the warm-up room, which is just phenomenal. They've got all the brand new spec kit and combo racks, and the new combo racks have the ease of adjustment of the racks in and racks out position. That used to be, you used to have to unscrew a lever and lift a piece of metal up and push the racks in, and now that's just one simple lever movement. It's absolutely beautiful to see.
Yeah, the athletes were very excited about that. We at the start of the competition, Instagram and social media generally were full of pictures
of the
of
warm-up
look
room,
at
yeah.
this warm-up room.
I've never seen a competition kitted out like this before, and there was also the courtesy of providing 2 training platforms at the back of the hole as well. And also another platform to set rack heights. So athletes who are flying in a little bit early can do their training. We've seen Samar Hussain has actually come out. There's still 1 minute 30 on the clock, but he's decided he's ready.
Yeah. Enough of this now. I'd like to do my second bench, please. And there it goes. That absolutely
he clearly
flew.
had enough rest.
Yeah, plenty of time. So there we go. He is in the game. That was his second bench press of 150 kilos, and he smoked it. 157.5 on the bar now. Domen Sesel of Slovenia.
Okay, that slowed us down a little bit, but it's just unfortunate. But when these mistakes happen, you have to give the lifter the best chance.
It may actually work in these guys' favour. If anyone is, anywhere near a medal in the individual lifts, probably the other platform is going to finish first, so they're going to have a better idea of where they need to shoot for, as we saw in the 93 kilo men earlier on. And that looked easy.
Domen Cecil, that was a very nice second attempt. He went up 7.5 kilos. I think he can easily put another 5 on there.
Yeah, he's walking off confident as you like. 167.5 now coming out for Tim Daniel Connerts. 2.5 below his PB. And here he goes. Looking focused.
He's an army officer, been competing for 6 years.
Yeah, I wonder if he got into powerlifting through the through strength training in the army. I hear that happens a lot for
Maybe so.
American lifters.
Oh, he had to work for that one.
Yeah, slowed down in the top third of the lift.
He's looking a bit rueful as he leaves the platform. Maybe he's only got another 2.5 in there.
Or alternatively, maybe he just thought, well, I know what I did wrong there. But anyway, we'll see what he goes for his third attempt. 170.
Right next.
This is Julian Kohler of Switzerland. This will exceed his PB by 5 kilos. Not 5.5. That would have to be a record, and we know from what we said before that the record currently sits at 230.5. I think that's going to be a tough ask for anyone to threaten that one today. Good lift there for Julian, I think.
Yeah, again, he had to work for it. Maybe it's just a little bit more there, maybe 2.5, maybe 5.
Yeah, but not a problem for him. 170, this is for Vincenz Helmreich. He and Tim have been sort of neck and neck for who's coming out next as we've gone through the lifts. And this matches Vincenz's PB, 170. Born in 1990 was Vincenz.
That makes me feel old. Now he moved his foot there just to see as the bar was descending.
Now the foot can move, but
it can move laterally, but it shouldn't lift. But he's got 3 white lights, so the referees were fine with that.
Yeah, not an issue for him. So 175 now for Jan Jindřich of Czechia. This not his PB, he's got 180. And he's looking focused. Just a few last words of advice from the coaches.
Well, that's interesting actually. The bench press world record in this category belongs to Barry Piggott, a small fat donkey on Instagram. He's actually dropped a weight class. He competed this morning in the 93s.
Yeah. So Barry, if you're watching, we're not certain that your record is going to be troubled today, but I bet you're going to be biting your nails. No.
Yeah, a little bit of a fight.
Bodily movement. Did the butt come up? Well,
one referee thought it did, the other referee didn't spot it.
Maybe only came up on one side, but he wants to watch that because they'll be looking for it now.
We do have the butt light, which is a light that shines through in such a way that it should enable the referees to see a clear light when the bum comes up.
190 kilos now for Artem Gonchar of Ukraine. He's only gone up 5 kilos. He's matching his PB. Just wanting to make sure he gets every possible kilogram he can out of this lift. He looks to be one of the stronger deadlifters in the group from his opener, so arms are shaking a bit and it looks a bit tough at the top, but it's gone. See what the refs say, and they're happy with that.
3 white lights.
Yeah, unanimous decision. And Roy Detabene now, 192.5 kilos for his second attempt. First one looked easy, if I'm honest.
It
Strong,
did. He's been
these
very
guys from
impressive
Nauru.
the whole competition.
And girls.
However, he is a little bit late to the platform. And it's not really a huge problem. 60 seconds is a long time to start a bench press. But if for any reason the referees aren't happy with your start position and ask you to re-rack the bar, you could find yourself running out of time fairly quickly.
That's true. However,
There we go.
he's got the start command with 25 seconds to go. And he doesn't seem to have had any trouble pressing that whatsoever.
Yeah, easily strong enough.
Yeah. Do you think we'll see 200?
It's entirely possible. He went up 12.5 kilos for between first and second lifts, which is quite a big jump on bench press. So every chance he's going to jump to 200.
Yeah. Speaking of big, this is 210 kilos. This is our last man out in round 2. Afzal Shokolov of Tajikistan. 210 kilos.
Now it looks like this will move him into silver medal position.
Yeah. Again, though, there are a few attempts higher than that over
There
on the
are,
other
but
platform.
because we had that gap, that 4-minute gap, we've dropped behind platform 1. So I think they've all done their second benches now and are into the third.
Yeah. So he's catching up.
Setting a nice bench there, nice bench arch.
Yeah, and this is the man for whom every lift has been a massive PB so far. So slow, controlled descent, and look
Ooh,
at that.
lovely. He's got loads more there.
He has 220, 217.5.
Well,
I think.
he only went up 5 kilos from his opener. He did 205, 210.
Yeah. Well,
So it was very conservative, given how easy that was.
let's see let's see how confident he's feeling as the attempts go in. We're into the third round now. Platform 1 has got 4 lifters who've already done their third attempts. Our first is Domen Sesel at 160 kilos. The Slovenian lifter.
He's only gone up 2.5.
Yeah. He's looking focused, but he's not certainly not laughing and joking on his way to the platform by any means. That's the butt light that you see there that we spoke about before. If you see any daylight through there, it can be quite difficult for the referees where they are to see, the black singlet come off a black bench. So that's what that light is there for, just to make it a bit easier for them.
And he's
And,
fighting
that's
it. He's
tough.
still moving. Wow.
I think that's okay though.
2 to 1, but 2 to 1 is good enough.
Yeah,
That was absolutely on the limit. He
Given a
squeezed
blue
everything
there
he could there.
from the centre referee.
So
But-
blue on bench press probably means a downward movement.
Yeah.
And it did dance about a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, so okay, this is Sama Hussein. He's gone up 15 kilos on his third attempt.
All his benches have looked very easy.
They have.
He's had that difficulty, didn't he, where he came out again for his first bench at the end of the first round and then had to follow himself. So hopefully he can settle and take this as a big PB.
Well, we've just seen that Kolov's attempt has gone in and it is 2:15. So he's fighting with the big boys there. Yeah, and that was the first one we've seen that looked hard for Hussein.
Yeah, but I think he's justified in that big jump.
He has got it, yeah, 165 and 3 white lights for him. 172.5 now. This is Tim Daniel Konnertz, the German lifter. He's only gone up 5 kilos. This is
will be a
2.5 above his PB, yeah. Being shouted on by the crowd. Just getting himself settled. Oh, and we saw that as he had the bar at full extension, we saw his arms shaking a little bit, and that is often a sign that someone is getting near their limit. And unfortunately, that one did not go for Tim. 175 now. This is for Julian Kohler of Switzerland.
And he took a 7.5 kilo increase from his opener, and he's gone up 5 kilos now.
Yeah, this is going to put him at a 10 kilo PB in the competition should he get this one. Looking pretty confident. Hope he's justified.
Just getting really tight there, setting his lats.
Yeah. And there's the arch that we often see on bench press. Not so much with the big guys necessarily.
Touching quite low on the chest.
And the arch just reduces the range of motion, meaning that you haven't got to push the bar as far. And that is a good lift for him. 175 is now for Vinzenz Helmreich of Austria.
Big landmark as well. 3 reds on bench.
Yeah. 386 pounds. This will be a 5 kilo PB for Helmreich.
Benching in knee sleeves.
Yeah.
It's not totally unheard of, but it is a little bit unusual.
Yeah, and he's not put any wrist wraps on at any point. Knee sleeves and deadlift socks, I think. Perhaps he just wants to be ready. Look at that, come on!
Still moving. Fantastic.
His third squat was like that. This
was.
man is
He's
an
a
absolute
grinder, isn't he?
master of choosing his third attempts. And he's pleased with that
But
as he leaves
you've
the
got to
platform.
wonder if he's grinding out a squat and he's grinding out a bench. Is he using up all his energy for deadlift?
See, I'm going to be optimistic here and say that he
That he's
knows
gonna
exactly
grind out
what
his
he can
third
do, and he's
deadlift?
going to
Yeah.
grind out his third deadlift to an absolute max.
Well, I hope that's right.
Fingers crossed. 180 now. This is for Jan Jindřich of Czechia. Matching his PB. 5 kilo jump.
Platform 1's finished now, so any placings that you can see on the graphics are true placings.
Yeah, this will move Jan to 14th overall.
But it's not quite
No,
going.
not today. It's just didn't quite move. That was a shame for Jan. That is no lift for him. So we'll now have the Ukrainian lifter coming out for 192.5. Artem Gonchar. Oh, this will put him in 10th place. I mean, this is a tough competition.
I've just noticed that the Tajikistan lifter weighed in at 100.05. That's very light in the 105
It is.
kilo class.
So, I mean, that might be an advantage. That might mean that that's kind of where he sits naturally. Obviously, if he goes for the same weight as somebody else and he is lighter than them, he will beat them on placing. Oh, shaky arms. Well.
Shaky arms or not, he pressed it.
Yeah, way to prove me wrong. That's nice work from Gonchar.
3 white lights, fantastic.
Yeah. And Deta Bene, 195. He's only gone up 2.5.
Yeah, he took quite a big jump, 12.5 kilos. I was expecting, to be honest, I was expecting to see him jump to 200 because 192 didn't really give him much trouble. But this is quite a conservative jump. Coach just removing the headphones as he comes out.
Yeah. It's amazing what people listen to. You'd think it's going to be music that fires you up. I know a lifter recently at the All England, when I said, what are you listening to that's fired you up? And she said, Ed Sheeran, actually. So, takes all sorts.
I suppose it does.
Perhaps it made her angry.
It would have made me angry.
Okay, here comes Deta Bene. Yes. Look at that.
Do you know, I think he knew more than me. I don't think he had a huge amount more than that.
I mean, you quite often see lifters go up 15 kilos from the bench press, and that is what he did from start to finish. 215
so,
now.
This is exciting.
Yeah.
This is again, we've got a lifter on the second platform. He's in bronze medal position
guaranteed
at
a medal
the moment, and this is for the silver.
Yeah, so all eyes on platform 2 here for Afzal Shokolov of Tajikistan.
And he's going to take this off the Russian.
Yeah, one of the lightest men in the whole competition. There's a Hungarian lifter on the other platform who is a little bit lighter than him, but he's got nowhere near the weight, so he's guaranteed a medal. But he's not happy with that. He's saying, bronze? I don't want bronze. I'd like a silver medal, please. And here it comes. Controlled descent.
And he's got it. Fantastic.
I'd like a silver medal, please. Certainly, sir. Where shall we deliver that? Fantastic
That's a
work.
silver medal in bench press. He's absolutely delighted.
Yeah, look at that.
And so am I. That was some exciting lifting.
Brilliant.
So we're going to take a 20-minute break, and then the party will really start with deadlifts. And we are back for deadlifts at the Helsingborg Arena for the IPF World Classic Powerlifting Championships. Just time to talk about AppLift, which is the app that matches up coaches and lifters. All the coaches on the app are vetted, so you will not have any problems with row coaches or finding anyone who isn't any good. So if you need to find a coach or you need a training program, download the app and you'll be able to train smart.
Yeah, iPhone or Android apps are available. And we had just a little bit of drama at the end of our session. We had a lifter who, bear in mind, this is the second platform, so not the biggest hitters, and he had bronze assured, and he walked away with a silver medal on the bench press. So I wonder if we can do that again.
So we've got the 93 kilo class split across two platforms.
105s.
The 105s, I'm sorry, we did the 93s earlier today. I seem to be stuck on it. It's the 105 kilo class. We have two platforms running, and the clock is running now for the Tajikistan lifter at 220 kilos.
Now, this is a man who has put his deadlift PB down at 200 kilos, and he's, well, we might not actually be coming out.
He's here.
No,
He's
he
here.
is. He's coming
He's
out.
Here at a run.
Plenty of time. I mean, the deadlift is the one where the setup takes the least time, but this is 220 kilos. It's going to be a 20 kilo PB, and there it is.
And he's made short work of that. And deadlift as well is the one lift where the referee can't ask you to replace the bar.
Yeah, once you've started, once you've moved it off the floor, you must continue the lift. You mustn't put it down, or else that is a failed attempt. But there he goes. So that's every single lift he's pulled at least a 20 kilo PB.
So he must have something like a 60, 70 kilo total PB right now?
Yeah. So, first man on our side to quarter of a metric ton, 250 kilos. This is Julian Kohler of Switzerland. And this is not a PB for him. He's only 24 years
just below.
old. Yeah, he's just out of the juniors, isn't he, at 24?
Yeah, first year out of the juniors. He's going to pull conventional hook grip. Hook grip is where you wrap your fingers around your thumbs.
And if that sounds painful,
it really
is. Yes, it is. But it means you've got a better chance of holding onto the bar.
But that's a nice, easy pull for him. That's a good deadlift opener.
Yeah, very nice. So, Kohler is on the board with 250. Roy Detabene now of Nauru coming out for 275.
And the Tajikistan lifter has scratched.
Oh, he has? I wonder what's going on there.
He's not coming out again. It seems that he hurt his hamstring on his first pull.
Oh, that's a real shame, because I was looking forward to see what else he could do, and I'm sure so was he.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But we have Roy now from Nauru. Quite a big team from Nauru this year. I've seen quite a few lifters.
Yeah. I hope Kolov didn't do that run into the platform. That would be a real shame. But
yeah, it would.
Good lift there for Roy. And 280 goes on the bar now for Jan Jindřich of Czechia. ...26 years old, he's been competing for 9 years. Veteran of the sport at mere 26 years old.
And this will be a 10 kilo PB for him.
Yeah.
He's already got a 20... Well, this will also be a 20 kilo total PB. If he can get it moving.
Well,
wow, that was tough off the floor, wasn't it?
It was.
Now, sumo often is tough off the floor. You have to be patient and work really hard to break from the floor. But that looked like a little bit too much work for an opener. Got to wonder how much more he's got in him.
Yeah, he has got it though, so, you know, he's not going to do what's called bombing, which is where you fail to get in an attempt in one of the 3 disciplines. Sama Hussein now of Egypt, 280 kilos. There's his first attempt. Comfortably below his 300 kilo PB. Same amount of years competing, but he's a little bit older at 37 years old. Still not very old though.
Taking a sumo stance and making short work of that.
Yeah. So 3 white lights and a good lift for him. And Domen Cecil now of Slovenia, 282.5 kilos. these are all just these should all be easy lifts. These should be just to get one on the board and then see where you can go.
But you don't know how much they've taken out of themselves on the earlier list, especially if they had to grind a squat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no problem there, though.
I'm interested to see Helmreich.
He's our grinder.
Yeah, he's our Austrian lifter, and here he comes, Vincenz Helmreich, coming
Well,
out.
hopefully he's not going to grind until his third.
Yeah, that's the pattern that we've seen so far.
Oh, look, he's got a deadlift PB of 330.
Yeah,
Wow.
well, 295 for Vincenz. We've seen quite a lot of lifters electing to deadlift with knee sleeves on.
Yeah, it's quite popular.
Yeah. I mean, the risk is that you can catch
the bar. I would always worry about catching the bar, but it certainly didn't present any problems for him.
No, and he did drag him up the knee sleeves. I guess enough talc will make anything slip, so good lift for him. 300 kilos
Kimberly
now.
Walford deadlifts in knee sleeves, and if it's good enough for her, I think it's fine for anyone.
7-time world champion.
7 times.
I'm putting in the work as our left-hand referee today as well.
Yeah,
Newly
passed her
qualified
ref's exam
captain.
today. Okay, we have the Ukrainian lifter opening his account at 300 kilos.
Now this is a 10 kilo PB. And you wouldn't have known it from looking at that.
Wouldn't.
That is a good lift for him at 300.
Deadlifting in slippers, which is you have to wear some kind of footwear on the platform. You can't just come out in socks. So that is the minimum thickness sole you can possibly have. Because you don't want to pull that bar any further than you have to.
No, that's right. And even a centimetre can make all the difference. And did we see the technical controller asking that the bar be cleaned? I think we did. Yeah. And they are, if you're wondering what on earth is going on there, they're using a metal brush to clean the serrated parts of the bar that are being gripped, and they're using a hoover to catch anything coming off it so that the platform isn't contaminated.
Yeah, so the problem there is that you've got chalk on your hands and you've got talc on your legs. So if you're deadlifting conventional, your hands are on the outside, your legs are on the inside, and vice versa for sumo. So people are wiping chalk on the bar where the other style of lifter would have talc.
Yeah, so
causing all sorts of problems.
That's right. Talc is slippery and chalk is not, and you don't want to mix the two up.
You certainly don't. You don't want to be dragging a chalky piece of the bar up your legs. That's not going to be very nice
Absolutely
at all.
not.
Oh, now look at that.
Yeah, great lift there at 310 for Tim Daniel Connertz.
That's a strong opener.
The German. His PB's way above that, but there we go. So we are into the second round already. Doesn't time fly when you're having fun on the
world
deadlifts?
record in this class is Wierzbicki, the Polish lifter. He's not actually here this year to contest his deadlift record.
But that's 390.5
yeah, we're a
kilos.
long way from there.
Yeah, here comes Julian Kohler of Switzerland for a 260 for his second. I suspect this round is going to go a little more quickly because, as we know, Koloff has scratched. He's not coming out for any more deadlifts due to, we're told, a hamstring injury, unfortunately. I do hope he's okay, but certainly doesn't feel like doing any more deadlifts.
In a small group, some lifters will put an attempt in as a courtesy to the other lifters, so they still have that extra time to recover between attempts.
Good lift for Kohler. It's more common in equipped, but it still does happen in raw powerlifting. And Jan Jindrich now coming out for 285.
This will be a 15 kilo PB.
Yeah. When he opened his account with a 10 kilo PB, so it's all gravy from here. See how this one looks.
Sumo deadlift is a very technical lift. It doesn't just reduce the range of motion. He's really had no trouble there.
No, not at all. So I wonder whether that might go up by another 5. It's difficult to tell. It's very, very dependent on how the lifter feels. Nauru lifter now, Roy Detabene. 290 kilos for him, 15 kilo jump, equaling his PB.
Matches his best.
And seeing the coach remove the headphones as he appears. £639 on the bar.
Oh, that's a fight.
Oh.
You know, I think it dipped before he got the down command.
Yeah, he's got it.
Well, the rule is that if the bar settles as the shoulders go back at the top, that's not a reason for failure.
Yeah, I mean, it was all split-second stuff, but clearly he got the down command just in time, I would say. That was probably a narrow escape for him. I'm not sure much more is going to go there. 297.5 now for Domen Cecil of Slovenia. We talk about landmarks, and 300 is the next one. Just making sure we clean that platform. These are, again, we talked about Eleiko as the equipment sponsor. They're not just come to this competition with a new rack, but also that platform is new, I believe. New and
grippy
improved carpet.
But the carpet can be as grippy as you can make it. Once you've dusted it with talcum powder, it's still going to be slippy.
Yeah.
And that's why they're coming out with the vacuum cleaner.
That's correct.
I think that's a decent second attempt.
Yep, I think the referees agree with you there.
Gives him a little bit of leeway, a little bit of room to play.
Yeah, his PB is 300, so he should be troubling that next time round. Speaking of 300, Samah Hussein of Egypt. 300 on his second attempt at deadlift.
Here he comes, looking very calm.
Yeah. Another sumo lifter. So you're seeing chalk on the outside of the thighs, which, as you'll see as the bar goes past, is where it passes.
Talc.
Yeah, talc rather. And that is no lift for him with yellows.
I think he dropped the bar. I've just seen the referees indicate that he let go of the bar. You must keep hold of the bar and return it to the platform in a controlled manner.
Yeah, so basically that means keeping your hands on it and keeping hold of it until it stopped moving in real terms. That's caught people out before.
It has.
Yeah,
so,
it's
315.
Yeah.
Ukrainian lifter.
Artem Gonchar.
This will put him up to 4th place.
I'm not sure if the previous lifter hadn't had some kind of issue with calluses as well, because I think I might have seen a spot of blood on his leg, but if you lose a callus at this stage...
That's a tough lift. He's not going to be able to finish that off.
Just not there for him.
No, just got himself out of position.
Now, apart from anything else, if you lose a callus, that is going to be very, very painful, but that is going to affect
It
your
is,
lifting.
but the adrenaline's going to be pumping for these lifters.
Yeah, we've heard about this in weightlifting where they say, well, pack it full of chalk.
Well, we did this. There was we were coaching a young lifter the other day, and he tore a callus, and he couldn't feel a thing, and we packed him full of chalk, and he went out and pulled his next deadlift.
Yeah, probably hurt for a few days afterwards.
Oh, I'm sure it hurt afterwards.
Let's not worry about afterwards and in powerlifting at this point. 320 for Vincent Helmreich.
And it's moving, and he's locked it.
Yeah, he has.
So, it's definitely going to be a grind for his next one.
Yeah, it's on for his next one. Now, his PB is 330. Will he go for that today? Well,
I don't know. He's having a
his
conversation with the coach.
Yeah, 322.5 now for Tim Daniel Connertz. This is his second attempt.
And this will move him up to 5th in deadlift.
Yeah, they're cleaning the bar. It must be cleaned between each attempt on the 3rd attempt, but it can be cleaned by request of the centre referee or the coach at any time. And I'm just wondering whether... Yeah, we're seeing some disinfectant here, so maybe there is some blood or something else like that on the bar. Obviously, we just want to make sure that the lifters are safe.
Yeah, you don't want contamination on the bar.
No, certainly not.
And this is the reason for the rule about T-shirts as well. The T-shirt must cover the delts because in squats the bar rests on the rear delts, and in the bench press you don't want skin on the bench either. You just don't want contamination from the other lifters.
Quite right. And that's the rule for the deadlift socks as well. This is why long socks, because you don't want to be dragging the serrated part of the bar up the shins. So if anyone has ever wondered why you get lifters being literally told to pull their socks up, that is why.
So this is a huge weight for the German lifter.
Yeah, he's
And
handled it well, though.
handled it really well.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And treated us to a salute. Yes, sir. 3 white lights. Next, please. 267.5 now. We're into the third round. This is our Swiss lifter, Julian Kohler. He's only gone up 7.5 kilos from his 260, his previous attempt, but he is well into PB territory now.
This won't move him up, but this will be for a PB.
Yeah, anything you can get on this platform is well worth taking home.
So as you mentioned before, now we're into the third round. The bar will be cleaned between each lift.
And they're rolling that forward as they clean it, just to make sure that anything they clean off the bar doesn't land where the lifters are putting their feet. Especially for sumo lifters who have got their feet very widely apart. You don't want any kind of slip at all. It could be painful and certainly going to interfere with your lift if your feet slip. When I say interfere with, I mean ruin. So he's just getting himself set up, just getting the tension on the bar, and up it goes.
I think he's not quite.
So close.
I don't think he'd quite locked it, to be honest, but it's difficult to generate any force when your grip's going.
Yeah, he didn't look disappointed. He knows he's not left anything on the platform there. 292.5. This is for Jan Jindřich of Czechia. This is his third attempt. It will move him up 1 place in total and 1 place in deadlift. No medals involved, but even to just move up ahead of where you thought you were going to be is impressive at this level of the sport. And this is the highest level there is. IPF World Championships. It's an achievement just to get here, to be honest with you.
Absolutely, because each country can only field a team of 8 lifters in each age class. So if that means you're in the top 8 in your country,
that's an achievement, right?
Yeah, and that was a tough pull, but
yeah, got it.
Got it.
No
Fantastic.
questions asked whatsoever. 3 white lights for him. Roy Detabene now coming out for 295. This will be a 5 kilo PB for him.
Yep, gone up 5. I've been very impressed by this lifter today. He's been very strong in all his lifts.
Yeah, he's had to come a long, long way. Not quite sure how far away Nauru is, but I know it's not next door by any stretch of the imagination. So £650 for Roy Detabene.
Here he comes, looking very calm.
Down, you can just see that in the back of your picture. 45 seconds to go. He's got plenty of time now. That's going to put him in. He's already in 9th place. Oh, it's a tough pull.
It's tough.
Come on, stick with it. Come on, Roy.
Out.
Oh, no.
No, it's just too hard.
You could see the bar dipping on the left side of your screens. His hand was slipping. So, yeah, he put that down rather than drop it, I think.
Yeah, and we've got 5 more deadlifts left on this platform, and we are above 300 kilos for all of them.
Yeah, 302.5 now. This is a PB for Domen Cecil of Slovenia.
This is provisionally. Oh no, this is a PB attempt.
Yeah. 12th to 11th in deadlift, 15th to 14th in the overall total. That just tells you how high a level we're at in this sport when getting over 300 kilos for a 105 kilo lifter not far off triple body weight, only puts you into 14th place. But he's pulling
And
it.
it's
He
still
really wants
moving.
this. Come on.
I think he's got it.
Did he get the down command? He
Yes,
certainly
he
did.
did.
Oh, yeah.
He's delighted with that.
Yeah, you could tell that, couldn't you? Just a subtle bit of his body language as he came off the platform. Now, Sama Hussein, he didn't get 300 kilos. He's not letting that bother him. We often see this with a bogey weight, maybe 300 kilos. He's thought, well, do you know what, 300 kilos? I'll see you later. I'm going to go for 305. Exactly.
The last thing he has to do today.
This will gain him 5 places in the lift and 3 places in the total. Just getting laid out there.
Here he goes. Is it PB time?
I hope it is, but I don't think so,
Just too
no.
heavy today.
No, unfortunate. Was that a hamstring injury, maybe?
I'm not
Just sort of
sure. He
holding on?
did go for his hamstring,
Yeah,
but he
his,
seems to be
his
walking
coach
off
was
okay.
asking, just tapping it, saying, is that all right? But anyway, he's where he needs to be now. If he needs any massage or tender care, he's in the arms of his coach. So Artem Gonchar, 315 kilos for his second attempt for him. This is going to be a massive 25 kilo PB if he gets it. From what he posted anyway, 15 kilos over what he pulled for his first attempt.
And 30 odd kilo total PB.
Now we're into the third round, and I can see a coach at the table making a change. We'll keep you informed of what that is as Artem Gonchar comes out for 315 kilos. I think it's the Austrian coach for Helmreich, who... Yeah. I think some games were being played there because Helmreich has just changed from 342 to 330 for his third attempt.
But we have Artem Gonchar at the moment for Ukraine.
No, not going to go.
315.
Yeah, he's got a 10 kilo PB on the day on this very, very tough platform at IPF Worlds, and that is no lift for him. So, 330 for Helmreich, the chap whose coach was just out making a change for him. I'm not sure if that 342.5 was to goad someone else into making a mistake.
Or maybe just a placeholder. You have 2 changes on your deadlift, on your third deadlift.
They may have been playing the game though, because this will move him, if only temporarily, into third place on the deadlift.
This is for a bronze medal.
So yeah, he might be looking for a medal. Just winding himself up with music. Headphones are on.
Okay, yeah, I think so. I think the Austrian and the German on this platform are vying for the bronze in deadlift.
Friendly rivalry, yeah, between these two guys.
His PB is 330. He's got 330 on the bar.
So this should be possible for Vincenz. Come on, Vincenz!
He's got himself
Come
out
on!
of shape, though. I don't think he'll lock it.
And I'm afraid
He lost
today,
his back position
it was
as he
not
started
to be.
the pull, and there was no way he could complete that.
Yeah, so no lift, unfortunately, for Vincenz. So,
But we have Tim Connerts. He is coming out. He's already in 5th place in the deadlift.
yeah, now we've got the last attempts on both platforms, so this is for real. He's in 5th place at the moment. If he gets this, he's going to get a bronze on the deadlift.
He is.
Platform 2 today at the IPF Worlds has definitely been the platform of the underdog. Can he pull this one off, do you think?
Oh, he's fired up. Look at him
He
come out.
really is.
He wants this.
I want to see him pull this. I want to see him pull this and that salute with the happiness of a
Come on,
man who
Tim.
has got a bronze medal.
This will be a
Come on,
5
Tim.
kilo PB and a bronze medal at the IPF World Championships. And he's got it
It's
moving.
going. Come on, Tim. Come on.
Oh.
Oh, no.
What a shame.
He knows.
You know what?
He had a shot at victory.
It was worth a try.
It was indeed. Well, excitement and drama here on the second platform of the IPF 105 kilo competition, and that has concluded it for us. Don't go away. We have the medal ceremony for you very shortly, and we've got 2 more rounds tomorrow. Thanks for watching.